Hello, my dear friends. Today is the 12th of May, and we are starting to be ready for our final test. Well, my friends, please read this text and be ready to answer the questions. Hi, my name is Jenny. I am 14 years old. I live in a big city in England called Leicester. I think life in a big city is fantastic. I have always lots of things to do, and there are lots of places to visit. I like going to the theater or cinema and visiting museums. I love pop music, and there are usually pop concerts in the city. We go to the concerts with my friends. I'm crazy about Chinese food, and I often go to a Chinese restaurant with my parents. One thing I don't like about the city is the traffic. There are always lots of cars and buses in Leicester, and it is sometimes difficult to move around in the streets. My best friend Daniel lives in a small village near Leicester. Daniel thinks life in the countryside is very nice. There is no traffic. People can work outdoors. It is calm, silent, and peaceful in the countryside. There's more oxygen in the air because there are a lot of trees around. You can see wonderful flowers everywhere. There is a beautiful lake and a wonderful forest near Daniel's village. He usually goes rowing in the lake. Daniel often visits me. We do a lot of things together. We often go to the cinema or swimming in a fantastic indoor swimming pool. I often visit Daniel too. Then we like walking in the forest or swimming in the lake. Well, look through this text again and be ready to answer my question. Question number 1. Where does Jenny live? You're quite right. She lives in a big city in England called Leicester. Question number 2. What can she do in the city? Well, she can go to the theater or cinema and visit museums. Question number 3. What doesn't she like in the city? Why? Well, she does not like traffic because lots of cars and buses in Leicester, and it is sometimes difficult to move around in the streets. Question number 4. How does Daniel spend his free time in the countryside? You're quite right. He usually goes rowing in the lake. And the last question. What do they do together in the city? Well, they often go to the cinema or swimming in a fantastic indoor swimming pool. Continue our work, and now please say, are these statements true or false? Jenny goes to the concerts with her friends. It's true. It's never difficult to move around the streets of Leicester. False. Daniel never visits Jenny. False. Jenny loves Italian food. False. Daniel likes to live in the countryside. True. Near Daniel's village there is a forest. True. Continue our work. Now please complete the gaps with the words provided in the boxes. Fun, job, tiring, boring, drive, difficult. Country life. Living in the countryside may be more relaxing, but it can get boring as life is slower. There is less to do to have fun, like going to the cinema or shopping center. It is also more difficult to get to places because often there are no good public transport systems. Getting a job in the country may also be harder. Most jobs are in the city, so people have to drive there every day, and this can be tiring. Well, the next question, next task. Now you are going to listen to the tape. It's teenagers talking on a radio program about their friends, and you have to match the speakers from 1 to 5 to the statements from A to F. The speaker sees her friends every day. The speaker and her friends share the same pastime. The speaker spends all her free time with her friend. The speaker thinks of her friend as part of the family. The speaker moved close to her friend's house. The speaker thinks she is lucky to have such good friends. Just a moment, please.
I spoke with some young people about friends. Here is what they said. Speaker 1. I have very few, but close friends. I've known them since I was 4. Unfortunately, we have remained very close throughout the years. We all go to different schools, but we get together every Saturday. We usually meet at one of our houses and play video games and talk about our week. It's very fortunate to have such great friends. I have very few, but close friends. I've known them since I was 4. Unfortunately, we have remained very close throughout the years. We all go to different schools, but we get together every Saturday. We usually meet at one of our houses and play video games and talk about our week. It's very fortunate to have such great friends. Speaker 2.
My best friend's name is Emma. She lives in my street and I have known her my entire life. We go to the same school and are always together. So when we don't have school, we enjoy reading, watching movies, or going shopping. My best friend's name is Emma. She lives in my street and I have known her my entire life. We go to the same school and are always together. So when we don't have school, we enjoy reading, watching movies, or going shopping.
Speaker 3.
Masha moved in with us last year. Her mum was sent to work in another country, and my parents offered to let Masha stay and finish high school. At first, we weren't very close, and it was hard to get used to living with each other. But now I can't imagine my life without her. She's like a sister to me. Masha moved in with us last year. Her mum was sent to work in another country, and my parents offered to let Masha stay and finish high school. At first, we weren't very close, and it was hard to get used to living with each other. But now I can't imagine my life without her. She's like a sister to me.
Speaker 4. I moved to a new town last winter, and it's been hard to make new friends. At first, no one really spoke to me because they all had their own group of friends. My parents suggested I join an after-school club so I can meet some people my own age. I joined the chess club and have managed to make 2 good friends. I moved to a new town last winter, and it's been hard to make new friends. At first, no one really spoke to me because they all had their own group of friends. My parents suggested I join an after-school club so I can meet some people my own age. I joined the chess club and have managed to make 2 good friends. Speaker 5.
I'm involved in many after-school activities and have tons of friends. I have so many friends that my mum sometimes mixes them up. I usually spend weekdays with my friends from school and weekends with my friends from my dance class and the book club. There just aren't enough hours in the day to see everyone. I am involved in many after-school activities and have tons of friends. I have so many friends that my mum sometimes mixes them up. I usually spend weekdays with my friends from school and weekends with my friends for my dance class and the book club. There just aren't enough hours in the day to see everyone.
Well, my dears, this is the end of the task, so please let's check ourselves. Speaker 1, great, F. Speaker 2, C. Speaker 3, D. Speaker 4, B. Speaker 5, A. Next task is, how do you know these words? Well, please match these pictures to the words which you can see above the pictures. Credit card, flag, note, cash, bank, cash machine, coins, wallet, purse, check out, checkbook, bill. So please, the first picture is cash. The second is cash machine. The third, purse, кошелек. Don't mix with wallet. Не путаем с wallet, потому что wallet это бумажник. The fourth is bank. The fifth is flag. The sixth is wallet. The seventh is credit card. The eighth is coins. The ninth is checkout. The 10th is note. The 11th is bill. And the 12th is check. So, my dears, and now please look through these matrix and find out these words. Fisherman, lorry driver, firefighter, baker, photographer, architect, dentist, plumber, postman, builder, dad, gardener, waiter, electrician, police officer, and painter. Well, my dears, please check yourselves. And now please read these descriptions and match them with the appropriate jobs mentioned in the text. A person who designs, builds, or maintains engineers, machines, or structures is an engineer. Someone whose job is to make plans or patterns for clothes, furniture, or equipment is a designer. Someone whose job is to keep and check financial accounts. Great. An accountant. A specialist who studies the way in which money and goods are produced and used and the systems of business and trade. Yes. An economist. Someone whose job is connected with the management and organization of a company or an institution. Yes, an administrator, a person who deals with selling products. It is sales manager. Continue to be ready for our final test, and now please fill in the gaps of this text with words which you can see in a box, and use these words in correct form. So, Moscow State University is the largest university of Russia. When it was founded in 1755, it was the University of Moscow with 3 faculties. Today, it ranks among the top universities of the world. The foundation of Moscow University was inspired by the radical, psychological, and political views of Michael State, 1711-1765. The university was established by the order of Elizabeth, the Russian Empress. In the late 18th century, Moscow University became the center of advanced Russian science and social thought. Moscow State University is known worldwide for its academic excellence. Moscow State University, the largest educational institution in Russia, teaches almost in all subject areas: arts, science, law, engineering, etc. The staff are knowledgeable in their subjects. The top research institutions of Moscow State University enable to keep research and teaching up to date. Here students can learn skills which fit them for a better career. Moscow State University reputation stays with its graduates, and their achievements in turn add to that reputation. Well done, and now please write down your home task. Please revise reported speech, modals, conditionals, phrasal verb give, words speech, court, course, ring, verbs win, beat, gain, and revise rules of describing a picture. Be ready. Thank you for the lesson. See you next lesson, and goodbye.